Make sure that this is updated. What's up, gamers? Welcome back to Impossible Game Challenges Daily. There are 2 levels left to do.
Hey, the first ship is nearly finished, but we haven't gotten the control systems installed yet. That shouldn't take too much time, though.
It's patrols. Multiple cruisers inbound.
Wait, what? Wait. Ah, damn!
Alright, that's not sounded so good. Let's see what the problem is. So, this level, we've unlocked the final piece. Let's have Dave tell us about it.
The ship's weapons and defense systems aren't exactly ready to go, so you'll have to jury-rig them. But you're good at improvising, right? The Toads seem to have 2 methods of attack, missiles and fighters, so you'll have to watch out for both of those. Fortunately, we managed to install the defensive cannons. Yay! They will shoot down the nearest target when supplied with ammunition. You'll also have use of the missile tubes, which will allow you to construct and fire missiles. Missiles will automatically acquire and track targets, but have minimal maneuverability, so know what you're aiming for, okay? This isn't ideal, but, hey, I'm sure you can figure it out, or else we're all dead, I guess.
Right, so this is the last shot the game's got to make the welder thing impossible. It is... So let's just run it and see what happens.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
So, on this screen, you see here we are. There's number 2. And, yeah, this guy over here is shooting at us. Looks like we took a hit. So, I need to dump missiles and bombs and things out of these ports to do that. What is the idea here? So, here's the plan for a missile. Oh, we should probably stop before we blow up. Okay, so on this side, I think these things make the missiles. Yeah, I think we can get away with this with the... It's not going to be the welders that just that ruin the attempt. It's going to be me being an idiot. Let me first check if it's feasible to just put one of these in each just all the time. So you go over here, put an upgoer, flip you, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just see if this works. And then you'll go here. Nope, that's too far. You go back there, and it'll just kind of constantly dump them out. Not feeling great about this idea, but it could work. Assuming that this is the right thing to be putting into these.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Are we shooting? Three's not working. Oh, that's gonna be why.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
So I need to shoot missiles at 2. Probably this setup's not good enough. However, the missiles are just a timing puzzle. So if we do this,
A lone missile cruiser has
that
entered
pretty
our
much
space.
puts everything in the right order already. Like this, right? Yeah. So, one here. So we can just put our 2 welders here and call it a day. question is loading the missiles into the missile tubes. But we have a new weapon, the toggle. So I want to have the toggle so I stand here and I get to flip them. Like this. Can I put it? Yeah, there we go. So my plan is I'm going to stand here and just keep flipping the toggle switches when watching the screen. Let me actually put these where I can see the screen with them on. Yeah, here's good. And then what I want to do is have one be for up down and one be for left right. So this one's up down, this one's left right. Now let's see. These correspond to these. So that means in this position they should go here. Let's add a rotator. Cool. Alright, bring it forward. So whether they go up or down is going to be decided by the left guy here. We can do that with... No, it needs to be here. Piston here. Belt on it. And it connects around to this. So when I flip this down, it retracts the piston. No, it should extend the piston. So I have this backwards. Fixed it. So that way's up, which means that the missiles will stay above. Although actually I should build this whole thing a little bit higher. Now that I think about it. Specifically exactly one block higher. Ooh, I can't do that though because then they won't be able to rotate. We can do it 2 blocks higher. So, like this. And then they rotate here. So get rid of that. And connect this around the back like that. And then this raises up by 1. Oh, can't do that because then it connects to these wires. So do that. Or do that. I'm not convinced this mess is going to work anyway. Connect that to the ceiling. Oh, now it's not supported, so we need to go over here.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
So this, yeah. So let's flip this for now. Once they get down here...
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Yeah, I know, shut up. We have another setup down here. Let's see. So it drops right there, perfect. Piston here will extend a belt that will catch it if and only if this piston's powered. Otherwise, it lands here, goes into that one. And then down under the roots. There, so. And if I flip this, extends the piston, and the missiles go there. But if I unflip it, they go there. So if that flips left and right, awesome. Now, let's flip this one. We'll get them on the top path. If this is extended...
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Actually, I just need to build this thing again, don't I? Yeah, okay, let's see. Why am I having trouble? This advances forward one. I mean, that'll be connected to that piston, which I don't necessarily want, so we'll put that like that. And then another one, and then like that. How do we decide which one it goes to? So there's that. Which way takes priority?
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Oh, we don't know. Okay. Ooh, you know what we could do is sensor here, piston there, or rather like that. Support it. That'll push the missiles over. Yeah, there they go. And then we AND gate this. So that is only active when this mess is active. So by default, they're going top left, and that is what I've. So if we flip it to top right, now we start shooting that way. This might work. So we've got our left-right flip. We've got our up. So this is up-down. Up-down. And then this is left-right. Okay. I think it's doable. I just have to be good at games, which is a tall task. Let's try it. We'll start with them going up right, because we know it needs to go that way. Here's a guy. Ooh, I might need to time these better so we don't take as many hits. Yeah, the wait for 4 doesn't seem like it works very well. So there's one down. Where do they appear next? We get top right. All right, so that would be flip this one. Oh, now there's 2. Now there's a lot. Maybe I need a lever to save up these guys and then dump them all at once, you know? I think we've killed you. Flip it over. Yeah, this doesn't work very well over here. Let's see if I can do something about that. Might need a third control. I could have it also be You know, like that other one as far as the stuff we were doing. I don't know. Does it work if I just add a like, okay, dump all of them kind of thing? So make, let's see. Piston right here. Which will connect back into this part. And this piston comes around to here. I guess it should go here. And so this toggle will control, if I flip it, just start dumping the ammo boxes. So engaged means don't, so when I flip this, it means do start dumping ammo.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Up and right is correct. Start dumping. I think I might need better, more precise control of that. Because it's not getting rid of the missiles, which is kind of bad. Alright, we know the next guy's bottom right. Alright, flip this, start stockpiling them.
More missile cruisers inbound.
So there's that going. Activate that. Once that guy's done, we'll flip up. That guy's done, flip up. I think it's one box equals one missile. Why am I not firing up? Oh, it really lags. Okay. Good. Alright, I don't think this is good enough. I think these need to be directional as well. Although, actually, how many was I saving up to begin with?
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
I guess that's not really that many. I don't know if it's a problem if it was filling up, or just this is just a bad idea and doesn't work. I could rejig this to dump out either top or bottom. That might be good enough. Not completely sold, but you know, it's possible. Flip those and then do that. So we want it to drop right here. But you two are on pistons. Although I guess I only need one piston, so there. And support this. Wrong. There we go. So when the switch is engaged, they will go on the top path. Okay, so that's correct then. And we'll see if just that's good enough. If I have to make a whole thing, I guess I can, but I don't really want to, so. And I could add back in the delayer as well, so it doesn't waste
A lone
them.
missile cruiser has entered our space. A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
I mean, that's better. But still not good. I probably do need full control of both systems separately. Or samely, right? Like, I could just hook them both to these two.
More missile cruisers inbound.
Why are we not shooting missiles?
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Something... Ah, this guy. What's your problem?
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably not good enough, and I should just tie it to these controls as well. Alright, flip down. Get ready for the next guy. Oh, flip you down as well.
More missile cruisers
Here we go. And then flip you up, because there's going to be two guys above. I think that guy's dead. We'll flip up. Oh, I overshot that guy by a lot. How many missiles is it to kill? It's variable, but I doubt I overshot that guy. Okay, new guy bottom right. New guy far right.
They are carriers?
Flip that down.
Yes, definitely carriers.
Flip right and down. Okay, so I think that this system I think they both need to be... First of all, I think I need to play better. So I'm going to take notes. And I need to, like, stop shooting sooner. Second, I'm going to hook up both systems so that they both work on the same controls. So top bottom is going to be this one, which is really easy to hook up. We just do that. Although, because of that, I can't hook up left-right easily. Okay, knock this down. Ooh, okay, got it. Right here, have a belt going in. Or not that. Over here, have a belt going in or not that. These two are up down, so they hook up to that same thing. Then up here, we have a piston here and a sensor here, which have a really awkward shape to build. But something like that. Oop, let me support you. Makes an AND gate, which is going to AND with this thing. Like that. There. So currently I should be aiming to the right, and I'm aiming to the left. So this is backwards. Make this a blocker. Okay, now I need to just actually be good at the game. So I've got my notebook. Number 1 spawns up and right. Number 2 is down and right. Okay, let's do it. We're set to upright.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Is it working? Yes. Oh, I guess this is tricky though, since they're on the same wire. I could put them on different wires. I think it won't matter. So get the last 2, then we'll flip to down right. There. Now, if I was smart at this point, I would turn off production and just start stockpiling missiles. Also, this doesn't work, so maybe we should fix that.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Alright, clean out all the missiles and then flip to bottom right. Which is pause, T is pause.
4 missile cruisers inbound.
Right, so number 3 is upright again. And 4 is up left. That's probably enough. Let's flip to up. I shot too many at him. How many is it to kill one? That many minus 2. And then there's 2 bottom right.
I believe they are carriers? Yes, definitely carriers.
Right, flip. Oh, back up and get that last missile. Up and under the roots. That guy's coming right down the middle. Flip up, maybe? Alright. I think probably controlling them on 2 separate ones would not be the worst idea. Let me pause. Number 6 is upright. And then flip this. Get that last guy.
Attacking with everything they have left.
Okay,
They must be desperate.
so then we have a... We stay on upright and then there's up left. So flip that. Take them out. Shoot them. Okay, flip to left. Put missile guy on the right, so we want to stay upright. Two missile guys on the right, that's not good. The little guys are not as bad as the missiles, but I probably should be dealing with them in some capacity. That one I wasted a shot there. Alright, flip to left for a shot. Get those guys. Here comes a missile, flip back to right. Okay, they got the missile, thank goodness.
I am detecting no more enemy cruisers. I think we are
Oh, did we do it?
victorious.
Well, I'll be damned. You did it. I am super proud of you that we are not space pancakes. Oh, space pancakes. Anyway, yeah, no, why don't we just get the hell out of here before something else goes wrong?
I thought that was going to take a lot longer. I am not good at this level. But let's continue. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 5, which we did with 2 welders. And that's taking up almost the entire chat window. And it's too hot. I need to get my fan on. There we go. Now we're cooking. Just a second. Let me go get the other fan on. I guess that mission's pretty generous because I don't think I did like a great job of defending, and it still paid off. So, like, we lost most of our health on the like the first 3 guys, and then the rest of the time I was on just like a sliver of health, but it just didn't go. So, can't complain. Can't complain. That one had the potential if the build was anything other than a straight line of pieces, or if on both sides you had to weld stuff together, we would have been in trouble, but we got away with it. Let's see what Dave's got to say.
Well, here we are, the final piece, the skip drive. These are the first plans for a skip drive that anyone has seen in a long time. The Toads stole all of their drives from other aliens and used them in their own ships. I saw their research. They didn't understand how they work at all. I don't know if it's even possible to build what's in these plans, but, let's do this!
You heard the man. Let's do it for Dave. Why do I have a message? So, final level, and you're building this freaking massive thing with really annoying shapes to it. It's gonna take multiple days for sure, but all right. So they come in. Here's some plus signs for the top and bottom. There is rods. Those go in the middle. There's the reactor core thingy. Where does that come from? You over here? Oh, that's interesting. It's just in a really annoying way to get at it. Why not? That's, you know what? That's fine. We can get that out just by doing like this. And then one of these. And some of these. Alright, so that solves that problem. So these go in the middle. Then these rods. Ooh. This weld could be tricky right here. How are we going to weld that shape to that shape? I mean, obviously there's got to be a way to do it. On the top, I could do a top-down welder and a sideways welder, like this. Let me demonstrate there. That would make that weld on top. But I don't love that, because then we're stuck with a top-down welder, which I don't think could make the weld between these two. Are we going to falter on the last stage and have to do 3? I'd be so mad. Everything else could be done with a top-down welder. Be super annoying. But so like this joint, top-down here, side guy here, that would weld that together. This joint, ooh. Top-down goes like here. Actually, I assume that these guys don't have collision. Yeah, they don't. Down here, top down in here. So like, they all would be possible, except for this one. How do we do? This one would be possible with the top down here and the other one there. That would connect these two. This one's possible, so it is literally, how do I connect this piece to this piece? Can I cut these rods up with an eviscerator? If I can destroy them, we might have a shot. No, I can't. Okay. Am I missing something on how to do this? Could I use my blocks to weld them together? Does that work? Can I destroy my own blocks? Let's try that as well. No. Okay, so I can't destroy my own blocks. I think we might have to do 3 on this one. That sucks. Because there's no way to put a front-facing welder so it faces this square. Because there's shit all in the way. So that has to be a top-down. But there's no way to... Yeah, I think it needs a top-down welder for specifically this connection. So I think this one needs 3. I could even get these two together. It would just be this piece can't be connected to everything else. And yeah, because you can't rotate vertically. That's no good. I'm gonna just start building it. And if someone smarter than me shows up, maybe you can tell me how to do it. Since this is the problem point, I'm gonna build the rest of the thing first. I wonder how much of this I could build like in place and then just sort of smoosh it over. With like a bunch of belts and shit all around to, convey it where it needs to go. So how big are you? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1. Get rid of that. Doop. Doop. Grab this. Bring it over here. Over 1, and then make sure to get rid of 1 on the end. So there's our model. Bring it around town. Here's good. So down the middle. Down the middle again. There's that plus sign. And then each plus sign tendril extends out 1, 2, 3. Get rid of this. 3 or 4. Yeah. So plus sign, and then 1, 2, 3. Get rid of these and get rid of those. There. So we'll assemble it here. Let me hold this structure up. I want to hold it by the middle because that's funny. Okay. That'll be job 1, is dropping the plus sign and then the little rafters onto this shape. Where are the plus signs? Alright, so need one of you and then another one of you. And this one, just gonna guess how it lands. How's that end up? Oh, it doesn't. Cool. We will add that. That's too far. That lands on the plus sign perfectly. Amazing. And then, of course, some of this action. Whoop. Connect those two. Awesome. And then this will stay extended. So you just grab that guy. Now I need you to stay extended. That's job for a flip-flop. It should be on this side. And under... There we go. Oop. Like that. Alright, that's perfect. For some degree of perfect. Ooh, can I destroy these? Since they're single blocks? Nope. Okay, cool. Now I need 4 of the struts. They need to be this strut. Let's see, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And sensor here. And then 2. Then a piston. 2 more. A piston. 2 more. Then a piston. And then these wires don't work. So get rid of those 2. Get rid of those 2. Down and under the roots. And over to here. Then another flip-flop. And undo like that, and then up here. Get rid of those. And then this one should stay extended. Oops. There. Ah, this needs to be belts. Oh, they stack interestingly, don't they? So, one... Each one only moves at 2 spots, isn't it? So, there, and then the sensor should go here. Get rid of this, get rid of this. I think that gets me 4 of them. It does. Okay, great. Pulling them off the track, though, could be annoying. It'll be fine. Okay. Because they all have to come through here to make sure there's room for this guy. So we just end up with 3 of them. Well, I can do the same thing later for the 3, so whatever. This guy's going to go to the back there. So you are exactly backwards. One of these. Which way does it end up with you? Cool. One of these again. You don't count as being on the floor there. That's annoying but work withable. I think that needs to go there. And it should be supported on something. There we go. Ah, the wire's in the way, isn't it? Does that work? I could go under if I need to. Oh, I also missed. Why am I doing all this? I could just put an upside down ways belt. That's way smarter. There, that's a better idea. All right, and then 1, 2, 3 here, invert it. And then you are ready to go there, but not so far. Get rid of those. Select this whole mess, and one more. Does that put you where you need to go? No, because you're being held by the wrong end. Alright, we can fix that. No, that won't work. But this will. There's a lot of stuff happening, ain't it? Anyway, we've assembled this, so that's something. Need to do it for the other 3. Which, as I mentioned, be a little annoying, but we'll get it. Let's bring these guys up and over the roots. How high do I need to go? Let's just try there, I don't know. That didn't work. It needs to be back. And up one. And back some. How's that? And then do that up here. Rotate. No, there. Nope, that's too low. Okay, that's something. Then we can do a counter here. Set to 3. Every third one it knocks off. And then another one here set to 2. This should separate the streams. Cool. Okay. So this one's gonna come this way. Alright, first problem is the plus sign belt is in the way. You are facing the right way though, aren't you? Yeah. So that's easy. We drop you below the plus sign belt. And miss by 1. Then do that. Alright, that's 2 that are placed correctly. This one, a rotator. Which way do you end up? Alright, so you're going to be on this side then. And where's the top of that end up? Also, I'm going to have to worm these out somehow. They can go under. Right there. Can you rotate with that in the way? Yes. You did miss, though. So that's not quite right. Where is right? Here. Does that work? Yeah, there they go. Can I do this any closer to the wall? Yeah, I could. Okay, let's move. Before I get too committed, let me move this whole mess. One that way. And then fix all this crap accordingly. So, you, get rid of you. You need to go 1 block over. And you can get rid of that one. And that's all just to make sure I have room to run the welders through, is the idea. Finally, this one is going to hit an opposite ways rotator. Perfect. Then come this way. And I messed this up. So let's put this arm back on. I think that's right. Yep. Ooh, that might actually... That's almost... That's close. So that's right just over here. Right, so that assembles all these junk. All these junk. All this junk. Can I get the plus signs on? I can probably get the plus signs on. There's room for these to come out down and under the roots. Okay. Plus signs. We need 4 of them. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 here. And here, and here, and there. Is that right? Well, that's fine. And do you know what that means? Is another flip-flop. This is going to come straight up the middle to there. That doesn't work. This is going to come over here. Like that. Sensor here. To connect to that guy. Alright, so the front 2 plus signs and the back 2 plus signs have different jobs. 2 of them get rotated, 2 don't. Let's see. So, you guys come on this way. There we go. Okay, cool. So, you... Can I rotate here, or are they in each other's way? I cannot rotate here. Okay, I need to split them first. That's fine. We can do that. In fact, let's go ahead and drop here. And I want to get underneath this by 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3. So I want to build on this level. Oh, I do want those 2 though. Rotator here. I missed slightly. I mean, that does work. How do I get it off of the rotator? Hey! It's good, but not good. So this is the final level. And I've run into a problem. I think this shape is unsolvable without using top-down welders. Specifically... this one right here. Where you see this plus signy thing needs to connect to this rod. And so those come in as rods. They're already 3 tall. And these plus signs, they're already pre-made. Hey, we are making... I was just explaining the Prablorm. We're making this thing. And I think this is going to be the first level to require 3 welders, unless I'm stupid. Because I don't think I can make this shape without using a top-down welder. Specifically right here, where this plus sign piece connects to this rod. And I was just pointing out, the rods come in as 3 tall rods, and the plus sign piece comes in as a plus sign. So, obviously I can't put a welder next to this block here, because there's stuff in all the corners. So this one has to be a top-down. So this is how I would make this weld. Let me get rid of that so we can see it. So I think that the plus sign shape forces me to use a top-down welder. But the problem with that idea is that this weld here Yeah, I was thinking about, can I use one horizontal and one vertical? The rest of the pole fucks me over. So this one here, where it's a 3-block tall pole and then a 1-block guy, this one is doable because the top down could be right above this guy. And then the sideways one could go right here. So this part's makeable, but I don't think I can attach this part to everything else without an additional one. Because when it is a 4 blocks tall rod into a 3 blocks tall rod, I can't do this with a top-down welder. And then the thought is, okay, can I do the bottom instead, right? Could I connect this to this? But I don't think I can do that either. Like, I think this weld is impossible to do and can only be done by, you know, connecting it some other way. So then I was thinking, okay, what if I take one of these rods and then eviscerate it? So I have, like you know, one rod comes in, I take 1 block, and then I connect them back together in 1 block increments, right? Because that would be doable. However, I can't destroy these. They don't get eviscerated. So that idea doesn't work. And then I thought, yep, I was thinking about Frankensteining them. And then I thought, okay, what if can I put my own blocks in there, right? So like to make this weld, I would like weld my own block on right here with a horizontal ways weld, and then weld this to this using my block, and then destroy my block out from the structure and see if they stay connected. But I can't destroy my blocks either. See, it doesn't destroy. So I think literally the final level has forced my hand, and I have to do 3, right? Here's what I've got so far, is I'm making this mess up there, which kind of drops everything in place. So you can see we've made the sort of bottom of the orb. Yep, John, literally the final hurdle of the game. You can see because there's no room left in the chat box because you're so crowded by all the welder counts of all the 2s. But literally the last level, I don't think is doable with only 2. Also, now I'm trying to figure out how to. I want to get these plus signs in place. Is kind of the goal. So I need to rotate the plus signs around. And for some reason I'm having trouble figuring out how to get them rotated. Does this work? I mean, I got one of them off. Let me put this up here. Oh yeah, what's up? Let me know. Oh, there's the plus signs rotated. Ooh! Excellent! I just did, I did Wind Riders yesterday, again, because I liked them so much, and I wanted to get all the achievements. So, I have just the Horizon Zero Dawn guys, and then I'm all out. So that's perfect timing. That's fantastic. All right, so you come this way. That'll drop the plus sign right where I want it if the timing's right. It looks like it got a little too fast, also in the wrong place. So, real comedy of errors there. Let's see. So you go here. They're wide now, so we want to put a sensor here, and every second guy it sees gets pushed. Yeah, like that. And so you come this way, and then this way, and then that's still probably too fast. I'll probably need to add a delay in, but it'll be the second guy, so that holds it up a little bit. Right place, but too early. That is easy to fix. Just add one of these. I think I remember talking about Breachway. Is it? But it might have been something different. No, we didn't talk about Breachway. What happened was that when I was setting the stream category to into the breach, it suggested I should put it in Breachway. Give me just a sec. I'm gonna just like... There, you can have some more. You can have some more room to talk there. So that blocks there, and it should unblock once this guy goes through, but not like immediately. It should take a second. So I want to put a little delayer kind of deal. But yeah, that's what it was. Oh, I will have to check that out. I'm hit and miss on deck builders a lot. Like I like the ideas a lot of the time, but a lot of the time it just doesn't, like how it's done just doesn't quite, I don't know. It just makes me feel stupid, more or less. Alright, so you go that way, and then this way, and then... Is this gonna be in the... That'll be in the way. Don't put that there. Will you be in the way if I do it here? I think here's okay. And then piston goes there. Wire it around behind like that. I mean, that'd be a little bit in the way, but we'll make it work. This needs to activate this dude, right? So around like this. Yeah, we'll figure that out later. Ah, but this wire is blocking this dude, so it is in the way. That's easy to fix though, we just move the wire like that. There it goes. It would help if I put a block in this thing to push. Also, eventually this is going to get in the way, but... How did I miss? Oh, did you push it? What's your problem? Oh, I guess it pushed it because it had to take the extra step to fall down. That makes sense. That means I can probably get rid of these guys. Ooh, no, I can't get rid of those guys. You know what might make sense, though, is to delay the... Just delay all the plus signs, you know? Like from here. That's too much work. I'm not doing that. We already had it figured. Just put those back. It's fine. Surely this won't lead to long-lasting repercussions that make the build 10 times harder. Alright, are you too fast? This one's probably also too fast if the previous one was. Let's check it. Yeah, by a lot. Wow. And here we go, the cleanest possible solution. Just make that really long. That pretty much works. Yeah, right? Like, look, I've only filled in this much of the space so far. We'll be fine. I've got all this space to work with. Do I have any really egregious ones that I've done? Let me check. Was this one bad? I mean, this one's not great. I'll be honest, this one's not great, is it? What about... The apartment one was bad. The apartment one was definitely bad. Okay, this one's not great either. I think this one's probably better than the previous one. This one, I believe, took me ages. The last world of levels have such big build. Oh, good God. Yeah, this is the worst one, I think. Look at this mess. This is awful. It's literally lagging my game trying to look at it. Yeah, I think this is the worst thing I've built. This one's not good. And then, yeah, that one lags my game. I think this one was okay. Like, it's not good, but, you know, like, that's fine. The apartment was really bad. I absolutely agree. That was like the start of darkness. That was really bad. But this last world has a lot of like really big builds, which just means that they take a lot of. They're just a train wreck, basically. All right, so this should bring these guys in. There we go. And then we need one of them to land there. That's gonna be too fast, right? Yep, by a lot. Cool. Make that a block. Okay, so idea there was an idea, but the execution was not great. I need the sensor and piston. Alright. 2, 3, piston. That guy, sensor. The thought here, by the way, what I'm trying to do is get all the spaghetti up here and make the build area down there. I can just run the welders, just drop the welders a bunch of times. That's kind of my thought. Alright, we need to delay this one. Oh, you know how I could do that? Is if these are both pistons and they get activated when this die goes by. And we'll see if that's enough time. Okay, so getting this belt through here, slight problem. We can go up and over the roots though. We'll do that. Why did that not work? Ooh, they're not ready yet by the time this die goes by. Okay, that's promising. Alright, back to this plan. Speaking of things I've built that don't work, for the last couple of streams, and by last couple I mean like this whole month, I've been talking up my stupid multi-bot robot thing that I was bringing to an event, and so that was last weekend, and we actually did like a lot better than I thought we were gonna do, so that was pretty cool. That's gonna get us precisely no height, isn't it? Yeah, okay, that's a problem. It's almost like running every belt past every other belt is a bad idea. That can't be the... I can't believe that. It can't be true. Oh, get rid of that. You come around here. And then there, back it up one. How's that work out timing-wise? And also, like, parts landing in place-wise. Not bad. Only one that misses is this one. So I could actually, you know, do a good job. Or... yeah, so in the first round... oh, I think that worked out perfectly. My guys fought a horizontal spinner and just like completely blew him apart. Like it was pretty bad. But I made 2 pairs of each one because I knew that they were going to take a lot of damage. And then the next guy we fought was another horizontal spinner, but he had broken his weapon in the previous fight and couldn't fix it. So he didn't have a weapon to fight us with. So we won that one on a decision. It was closer than it should have been given that he didn't have a weapon and we were working perfectly, but we did win it. And then we fought another guy with a vertical spinner weapon that, like, the fight started and he got like 1 hit and then just completely died. I had no idea what happened. Do I want to try to get the arms in too, or is this enough? Because, like, I could try to get the arms in, which would be pretty wild. Let's do it. What the heck? Why not? So, 1. And then I think we want it to be on blockers, but I'll make that change when I need to. Is this where it goes? So we won that one. And then we fought another wedge that was just, like, better than ours were. So he won that. But, like, we won a couple, which I was not honestly expecting to. So there's one spot. That's exactly right. Alright. So there's one here. And come over here. So 1 here and 1 there. I'll make these blockers. So this is where the arms would catch, in theory. Yep, so they would go there, and I'll build the same thing on the other side. Yep, that's right. So anyway, so also towards the start there, after we lost to the horizontal spinner guy, we were supposed to fight a different guy, but they had to forfeit. I think they might have, like, just lost their first fight and left or something because we couldn't find them. So we just, we won that one for free because they just weren't there. So with all that together, we actually ended up taking 4th place, which is it's the highest spot you can get that you don't get a trophy for it, but that's still really good. Especially for, I'm not expecting these to do anything, so pretty happy about it. Let's see. You come out here and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's right. Right? I mean, that's pretty good. All right, and then here, here, and here. Turn those, turn those, turn those. Oh, I've in a couple of these late levels, I actually brought back just chuck the shit off the edge of the map tech. Just for you. I knew you'd appreciate it. But there was a couple where I found it was easier to build the input in such a way that it would take as many as it needed and then just dump the rest of them off the edge. And then when it reset, it would take some more, and then just, so I did bring back just dump shit off the edge, which is, it's pretty good. This also needs to activate a flip-flop. Like, there was one I had to make, like, it wanted some amount of, like, individual blocks that I had to all smoosh them all together. And the easiest way I found to do that was to have all the blocks ready to go, like against a piston. And when I wanted them, I would push something by, activate the sensor, knock the piston off, and then while they were sort of, waiting to get on the pistons, just chuck them off the edge. Right? Or with the case of the apartments, I made exactly 10 of them and no more than that. But it's like, yeah, that's fine. You made 10, you're good. Whatever. And I think that is fantastic. That's right. We're cooking. Alright, so here's this. I'm going to make this one the one that rotates twice. So do like that. Absolutely. I damn near burned down my computer a couple times because she is really not happy with some of these later levels. They get really big and really a lot of shit going on. All right. So you drop here, and then you'll need to squeak right under there, I think. Where do you end up? Is it there? Hang on, I'm winging it. What happens if I do this? There that goes. We miss by 1. Stop, rotate, stop. There we go. Yeah, she was not happy with it. That's why the one level took a couple of weeks was oh, I think I got that arm in the right place, though. Nice. Yeah, it's like all of these ones down there are like staying loaded for some reason. And it's keeping track of all of them. They're going to come back and haunt me. I could see it. Can I rotate you? No, I can't because of that guy. Okay, cool. Drop down, forward, there. Ah, okay, so I need to do this from the other side. You can. Speaking of things not being happy with the situation I've put them in, those rotators were not feeling that at all. Down and under roots, and here and there. I guess one of these doesn't actually need to rotate, doesn't it? Which one's that going to be? You go the other way, and then you don't rotate at all. It is. It's a really good clicking but failing to do the thing. Ah, you don't work because you're too close. How about now? Okay, interesting how that's come out, but we can work with it. You go here, over the roots. Ooh, I'm gonna need to avoid that belt. Again, surely this, Ooh, okay, drop that perfectly. Great. So down here, I know that's gonna be in the way, but we can catch it. I'm going to connect this over to here, and we can get that out of the way when we need to. Do you land on that? You do? Where do you go? Okay, it's dropping at the right spot this way, but it needs to be over there. Can I achieve that with some of these and then like this? Will that work? No, it just lands on it. That makes sense. What if I don't do that? Which does it take priority going horizontal or vertical? Okay, I think I have to do that. Does that work in getting anyone's way? Oh, I didn't even go far enough. It needs one more. Just imagine when I run the welders all over this thing. It's going to be amazing. Alright, so we need one in the back corner here. Which one's that? That'll be the unrotated one. Probably makes more sense for that to be this one, doesn't it? So, what about that? Where does it end up like that? Not, you know, not quite right, we'll say. I think I want to put up a wall here to sort of force it the far end of this. And we want to put this here. So in addition to the multi-bot that I had, I also brought another one that's just a single robot with just like a defensive plow thing, and it did really well too. I won 2 fights with it also. This arena that they had is the first one I've been to that had a pit in it, and it was neat because you know you hear pit and it's like, oh, it's going to be a hole in the floor that you like drop down, right? Like that's, you know, the definition of the word. But what they had was like it was like a little square where the walls going like it was like with like slopes into it, right? So the side going in was like a slope like that, but then the side inside was like flat, you know, and then there'd be another one on this side, right? So if you could push the other guy, like you have to push them up and over the slope to get them in the pit. So it's not you know, because if it's just a hole in the floor, you run into things like, you know, just either accidentally driving in or falling in or whatever, and it can be kind of anticlimactic. But with, what's your problem? You need to go over there, right? But with this layout where it's kind of raised up like that, you really had to be intentional and sort of shove the other guy, like, you know, up the slope and stuff. That's pretty cool. So I enjoyed that. That was, and also the way that it worked was if you were in the pit, you didn't just immediately lose. Like you had time that you could try to escape from it. Yeah, exactly. Hole in the floor is exactly like ending the fight by slipping on a banana peel. I mean, that is perfect to describe it. So a lot of people don't like them because that is super boring, you know. This needs to drop down like a lot. Let's see, if we wanted to have it end here, it needs to be here. I think I can squeak it through. Oh, it's gonna run into that. Yeah, you're exactly right. The first time it happens is mad funny, and then every time after that, it's like, okay, yep, another fight. They're in the pit. Cool, right? And it loses the appeal pretty fast a lot of the time. How do I get this over there? What if it goes down and under the roots? What about that? So I thought this was pretty cool. And then the other thing was, if you're in the pit, you don't just lose immediately. You actually get I believe it was 10 seconds to try to climb or fight your way out of the pit. And if you can climb back out, you don't lose. You get to keep fighting. So there was one guy who did end up driving into it, but he was able to spin up his weapon and cause his robot to sort of, you know, tilt back and forth enough that he could free himself from the pit, and you got to just keep on just trucking, which is pretty cool. And also the pit took a lot of damage over the course of the day because everyone was kind of, you know, if you're in the pit, like, you're gonna be hitting it with your weapon. So it was really chewed up by the end, which I thought was funny. At one point, I got one guy in there, and a bit of like red shrapnel came off of something, and I thought it was off of one of the parts of my guy, but it was actually he had just ripped like the top off of the pit in a couple places. Like the sort of top lip of one of the slopes just completely ripped off. He was still stuck though. I still won. Oh, that's not making it because I didn't make it go far enough. That would explain it. Where do you land now? There you go, and I don't need this extra one. All that goes through there. Alright, so this needs to go forward another one. Rotate that. Get rid of that. That was on Robot Wars. They had a pit, and the way theirs worked was that you would go and you would push a button, and if you pushed the button, that would activate like there's like just like a tire in the ring on the side kind of, and when you push the tire, it would activate the pit, and like the floor would sort of drop down, and then you could push the other guy in the pit. And there definitely were people who just forgot there was a pit there and just drove in. It was just like, oh, okay, I guess you lose then. Sorry. Kind of a bad way to go. Okay, so that is looking really good. Let me get rid of this and connect these to the garage here so that I can run welders down that part. There we go. Do I want to try to get the top parts on as well? I kind of do, because that'd be such a power move to build the whole thing right here. But I am running out of space, like, a lot to put more shit on. So, perhaps that's a bad move, but I kind of want to do it. Here are the guys that we need. I think I could just squeeze it in behind. But that would need to drop the welder. Oh, that'd be tricky. Yeah, so the strat to weld the pole to the bottom cross piece is don't bother. I'm going to weld the pole to the plus sign on the top using the one and only downways welder, and then weld the plus sign to the side arm here. And that, I don't think this weld is actually possible to do. Because if you look at it, you know, like you have these, right? So I need to weld this block right here to this one right here. Here, I'll make them lifters. So I can't put a sideways welder on any of these four because there's already a block in the way. So I can't get to this from the side. I can't put a top down on it because the other block's in the way, and there's not a up-facing welder. So I can't do it from beneath. So I think that's actually impossible. And so it has to be done from the top there. I'm trying to think if I want to try to get the arms in, because I really do want to try to get the arms in, but like that's a bad idea. I should not try to get the arms in. They should go in like over here. It'd be really cool if I could get them in as well, like the top arms. That's an excellent question. Let's check that out before I get any further. Because as you noticed, I've not committed to using any welders yet. So, let's, there. Did that activate the laser? Did that work? Oh, no, it didn't work because I connected with a welder instead of a wire. There we go. Rookie mistake there. Nope. Laser didn't work either, but good thinking. I get the impression that when pieces come in like this, where they're not like one block, or like they're not like multi-block structures, they're like one big structure, the game really doesn't want you to destroy them. Lasers definitely can't destroy my own blocks. I will do that. You can use them to you can use the blocks to kind of build backboards for lasers if you don't want, if you've got it built in a place that you don't want the, don't want it to come. Yeah, absolutely. You hate to see it. So like it'd be mad funny if I could get the arms in as well. But the only way I could put them in, I could put them in from the middle. But no, I can't put them in from the middle because the plus sign drops there. I think I think I need to do the welds now. I think this is as much as I can put together at once. Right? They should have known that I was going to be playing this and trying to use as few welders as possible. You hate to see it. Other than that, game's great, but crippling flaw, cannot recommend. I hate the game now. Yeah, I would, because if I could get the top arms on, I could do one welder drop and weld all of it together. But I don't think I actually have vertical space to get that on. Oh, I could drop this platform though. I think that's a bad idea. I think I should just be happy with what I've got here and go ahead and start welding them. There's gonna be a lot of really weird welds to do also, so. Let's see. Which one of these lands last, by the way? Oh, of course, the plus sign that I put on the magical journey lands last. That's actually not great, because I can't put a sensor here without blocking it. Oh, I could put the sensor based on the welder. I could put it based on the guy up here, though, like before he falls, and then just put like a delay in. We'll do that. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Does a conveyor belt here, would this make both welds on this side? Yeah, so no, it needs one more out here. It would get that and it would get that. Okay. So there you go. There you go. And then we will have the welders start right here. Shoot. Connect that, and they need to start not connected there. So when we see the plus sign here, I need to snake this cord around in a way that's not going to get in anything's way, which could be a tall task. I think if I just snake it under, though, we're probably good. There, that should push those forward. Hopefully that's enough time. If not, I can add some delay to it. Okay, well, they were slightly too early, and also this one didn't go because I didn't wire it. So that's a plethora of issues that are all caused by me being an idiot. What if you're here? Because that should still only hit the plus sign, so we can get this adjusted just right. There. Okay, so that has welded the back of this thing together, which is good. Now what? Let's see. I could have it go over this, but then I have to get it off of there somehow. Ooh, what I could do is like this, right? And that's how they get over that. And so you can just do like a little circuit of the whole board here. Yeah, and so we have the welders do a little lap around the whole thing. So it's just a matter of making sure that they stay synced up with each other. And the best way to do that... Well, first I need to put in the corners. So, there. Actually... I do have upside down belts, but sometimes they behave... Putting the upside down belt on the turner sometimes make it act all weird. So I've actually found that the classic double extender tends to work better. Which way do you end up? That's wrong. I can't do it here though, there's not room. Ooh, well I could do it here if I just kind of really belabor the point. Like this. Lifter below the rotator that pushes it up. I don't know what priority order that takes. That's a great question. Let's find out. Does it lift first or does it rotate first? Oh, I need you to stay there, please. Oh, sick. I did not know that that was the priority order it took. I thought that it would lift first. Yeah, we can do that then. Do that. It's real lifting hours. This is so true. And then connect you like that. But they need to wait now. And that should only activate when both of these two are active. Which we can do with some weird shit. Let's see. Here, there. There. Perfect. Why is that? Oh, that's not supported though. Now it's perfect. Let's get rid of this welder as well. So I'm not cheating. I only got 2 at the moment. Oh, and then this is going to need a block here. Does that get in the way? Oh yeah, I need one more here, don't I? Does that get in the way? No, it doesn't. Okay, good. Okay, I mean, that's dumb as hell, but that did work. So, we take those. While we'll do that. Okay, looking good. I'm actually going to move the welder's spawn point over to this side, I think. Because I don't want to run the cable... I don't want to run the welders in front quite yet. So we can still pull this out. But I can... If I spawn them over here... Yeah, right here would be good. So how have y'all been up to? Is there anything exciting? Connect that to there. My main thing lately was the robot thing. I've been preparing for that for a long time at this point. Do that, and then I don't want those connecting to the wire, so bring it around the back. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ooh, okay, that's too early because this arm's not in place yet. Presumably that means I've buggered it because the arm was in place, or the arm should be in place already. Oh, how did that go? Ah, I see the problem is that this doesn't fit through here anymore. We can fix that. Can we fix that? We can fix that. This can just go underneath. That's actually better than going above. So, problem solved there. I swear someone else was playing that and they were not doing a very good job. I was thinking of you. Fair enough. I swear I saw someone play that and they weren't good at it. I was thinking of you, like, oh, you would have aced that. I was, you know, that one was easy. Flip that. I like the welder rotator nonsense strat here. I think this is a keeper. And then let's see. A little bit of this action. Blocker here. Is that going to be in the way? Might be. Yeah, that's definitely going to be in the way. Is the problem. Okay, so move this back then. Need more space to line them up. Zoop. Zoop. And lifter here. One of these there. Flip it. Oh yeah, I bet. I sent you the Jerma clip, right, where he was just screaming toilet seat. It's a different experience, isn't it? Let's see. Let's flip that, connect it, and then let's see. So this one and this one need to power this. Come around here. Ooh. That'll go down and under the roots. This one can come around this way. So I want that to connect, which means I want to put the wire here, put the piston there, and do that, and then support the piston. I think that's right. Yeah, I remember we were talking about that. Like, what do you two look for in good modules, versus, you know, what does it seem like the community at large looks for in so-called good modules, right? Oh, and then the whole point of this was to put a block there, and they're not. You're not looking for the same things, which is frustrating. But sometimes it bees like that on this bitch of an earth. All right, there we go, and then get this connected, and then there's that. Okay, so the whole ring thingy is assembled save for this spot right here. So let's get that spot with a welder drop. Rotate that. This is so cool. You can put the lifter underneath. I genuinely did not even occur to me you could do that. 1, 2, 3. And then upside down Andy here. And then like that. Okay, so that's going to set up us the bomb. Then you come this way and this way. I think right there is where we want to drop it. That's true. That when I watch you two play it, that is something, is like you're both doing something, right? Like, it's not the case that you're doing something and Android's, you know, sitting there doing fuck all. It's like you two are both like hard at work doing a bunch of shit. So yeah, that's where I want to drop the welders. And ooh, I can't have a belt right here. It's gonna block that. So can these guys go up one more? Or is that, am I asking too much? Nope, I can do that. Awesome. Zoop. Raise that. But yeah, that's something I noticed when you two play it, is that you're both definitely doing stuff. That's cool too, is looking back and seeing like, hang on, how does this work? Yeah, seeing like, wow, we're we're kicking these guys' ass. Why did I lose a welder? Is there an extra welder somewhere, or am I stupid? Oh yeah, that one takes forever. Were they doing it different, or were just the timers way more generous? Why did you do that? There. Oh, okay, yeah, so yeah, you two definitely don't take an hour on any of them. I can say that for sure. Also, I'm stupid. Of course that doesn't rotate. There's a block right here. Zoop. Great, so that lines up the drop. And then that means that once they're both in place... Ooh, but if I do this, then they're actually going to push themselves on the blocker, aren't they? So let's move this one further back. Does that give me enough room to work on this thing? Nope, I wanted this. It does, but not a lot of room. Not in love with that. This can only call for one thing, which is doing this way higher in the air and dropping them way further to clear up room in this spot. Oh, that's interesting. So you would have multiple people reading the manual, being like, "Oh, you needed, you know." That is an interesting way to play it, I guess. Is I will, I'm going to take point. I'll explain how I'll solve this one, and then now you go describe this to the other guy. For some reason, it hadn't occurred to me that you could do that. Go way up. Yeah, right, because with your stuff, like if you're like you're solving whatever, then another expert comes in and is like, okay, now also do this one. You're like, you'd be flipping around all the time. You wouldn't actually be able to get anything done, right? That's interesting. Is that the right heights on this junk? Oh, well, that's not right, because that doesn't connect. Okay, cool. Is this... Okay, I can go one higher on you. I have so much trouble remembering, like, how high they can go off of these, and I don't quite know why. Because it's not... like, it's hard to remember. I'm just not good. Alright, block here, belt there. This is in the way a little bit. Yeah, because it's like multi-threading, right? Like, you tell me, I need you solving this. Here's the input, start working on it, right? And then you flip around and you get to the next thing, and you tell someone else, okay, now I need you doing this. Here's the input, hop to it, right? And then just like repeat like that. So you're like multi-threading the work, more or less. rather than... Does this work? Does everything clear through there? That's interesting. And then you just get more experts to play with. I guess multi-threading the processing. You know what I mean? Like, I kick off job A, B, and C all at the same time. And then so A, B, and C... It still takes, you know, however long to run A, B, and C. But because they're all being worked on at the same time, it doesn't take as long in total. I might be using it wrong. What I'm trying to say when I say multi-threading is like, you know, so we start our solve, right? And I immediately go, all right, you start working on problem A. Then, you know, number 2, you start working on problem B. And then number 3, you start working on problem C. And then so if each of those things takes, I don't know, let's say a minute to solve, we would have only taken a minute total because it was all the same minute, right? Rather than back to back where it'd be 1 minute for A, then 1 minute for B, and then 1 minute for C, with 3 minutes total. That's what I was trying to say. I might be using it wrong as well. I don't tend to know what I'm talking about most of the time. You go there. You go here. Wire there. You can then connect to this piston. And then I just need... Oh, if you connect through here, then this... I think this train wreck works. So the welders will get up here. And then park themselves on that. They'll activate both, which activates the AND gate, dropping them, so they'll immediately reactivate and push the welders both forwards. There they go. Alright, and that has completed the ring, which is good. Now what? So I either need to weld here, which I could do with lifters, or weld the front, like the plus signs to the arms. But because of how I've done this, that would be hard to achieve in most cases. I could achieve it in front though. Yeah, that absolutely. Your stuff really doesn't lend itself to that at all. Which, especially in the sort of, I'll say, gameplay mode where you have one diffuser and one expert, is probably a good thing because it gives you both stuff to do. Whereas in the other way, it's like a team game where you have like 5 people. And one of them has to go, all right, I'll take the hit. I'm going to be the diffuser, and then you guys all go do the fun stuff. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Yeah, like I said, I don't think I could do. I think I would explode would be the problem. Let's see. So I want to weld here to here, and actually I could do that if I use a lifter to shove the welders in right here. Yeah, that's true too, because you have to remember what you're able to test And if you can't test, 100 players, then don't bounce for 100 players, right? So if I could like shove the welders in right here with lifters, I could actually make this weld. So I think that's what we're gonna do next. Let's see. So at the moment, they're dropping down here. They're gonna land just off the edge here. Perfect. So down one. Keep them both synced up to here, and then put lifters in. First of all, does this push anything that shouldn't be lifted? Second, that should weld this arm together. Okay, that does do that. Great. How do I take advantage of this fact? Oh, I needed that block, apparently. Put that back. So if down here we have a piston. Yeah, always. And then you're that. Like, I like this idea, but I'm not quite sure how I actually get the welders back from doing this. You know what I mean? No, I really, really, really like that kind of thing. Where it's like, here is exactly why I like thing XYZ. And, like what I look for in, thing XYZ, whatever, right? That is, it's good to think about. Down, over, over, over. I feel like this is not going to be, like, sustainable. To do this on all four sides. with how much bullshit I have here. Okay, so what my thought is to put a sensor here. We can still just barely squeak our stuff through. And this will activate a little timing circuit down here. And we just time everything up there perfectly with the timing circuit down here. And everything's fine. And it'll work great. Oop. So there's that. You go this way. And then we'll say right here, I think this is right. 2, 3, 4. Connect all these. We'll activate this mess. Yeah. That was exactly what you saw me struggling with right here. Was, how do I get a double piston that pushes some shit? And then I've just got this wire just dropping into place. But should maybe do it. So then this will put these two forward here. And then it should retract them. Oh, it was not fast enough and we lost one. Let me add another sensor. Ooh, okay, we caught them, but they desynced, which is a little bit of a problem. Another sensor. And then knock these off. Sorry, brain was not working because I was thinking so hard about these stupid lifters. 1, hi Mark, how's it going? 2, not really. I made one of my chat rules. Don't make me write chat rules. So just the usual stuff, right? Okay, so that worked well. That actually caught and made this weld. So that's good. Now they're dropping out beneath. What on earth I do at this point, you know, not sure. I could... Did you have something in particular you wanted to say, or we're just wondering? Do you have some choice words for my design of this abomination I'm making? All right, get those out of that way, and then a little bit over here, get a wire there, and then connect that around. The thought is I'm going to do this on the other side without having to rotate them. Oh! Sunskater's she, actually. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But I don't, you can say whatever you want. I don't really care. Unless it's something that would, like, get me banned to have it. Because I have the little chat window in the stream, right? Like, if it's going to, like, get this stream taken down, then don't say that. Other than that, probably good. Oh yeah, I thought that was a joke. Just a classic. Watch your fucking language kind of moment. What am I building, by the way? This is a there. How's the timing work out on this? How's this one gonna work? Yeah, I think. So we get the welders in here. Weld this arm together. Yeah, honestly. I get halfway through building the factory. It's like, what the fuck am I doing? Alright. So, problem there was that I didn't build the factory good. Exactly, right? The person who built the factory, you want to hear them go, yeah, I just started putting shit down. I didn't really have a plan for it. That's exactly the attitude you want to hear. So, we're gonna do this. And so we deactivate the blocker and activate the piston at the same time, which I think needs to be a little bit later. And then do a little bit of this action. Alright, let's see if this works. So, I think it's not going to work because these are not going to come in fast enough, right? This belt would need to go like around and under the roots, because this won't swap at the same time. Ooh, yeah, that did not that didn't work very well. But you know what would work very well, actually, is moving this up to make a little roof. If that was there, I think this works. Oh, but I need to invert the signal polarity. Oh, no, I don't invert the signal polarity. I need it not to connect to this. Can I do that? I can do that if we do this. Oh, but no, then it'll float. Okay, we don't want that either. Right, put it back. Put it back. Okay. How do I shot web? I think that works. I'm in too deep. I have to make the double piston extender blocker roof manifold. I'm in too deep. Actually, this would be way easier with a single piston extender. Like, I'm making this way harder for no reason. Hang on. This can be so much easier. Hearing all this shit. Because what we need here is just, like, hang on. I know what we need, I just can't explain it. It needs to have a piston and then lifters and then belts like that, but not such that it connects to anything. So we schmoove that, get rid of you, make that a I've got it. Make that a blocker and make this an upside down belt, and then that all works. And then this guy's disconnected, so connect that, and then connect right here. Yeah, no, this is not great. But if I time it just right, then as the welders come through, it'll extend this, blow them both up at the same time, and then they'll both come back down and land on the belts again. See, this is much easier than the other shit I was doing, right? Where are the welders? There they are. Alright, so we make that weld, and then they come down. That welded something. What did that weld? Oh, it welded it to the floor. Okay. Slight problem is that none of that worked at all. But other than that, this is perfect. You know, the tiny issue is that it didn't fucking work at all. But you know, that's a small thing. You know, we can fix that. With another piston. Wait, no, you won't. That won't work because. So what I'd like to do with this piston is have it extend to catch them, and then this goes out. So this would need to go first. I don't know how to do that. What if I put blocks here? If I do this, how do the pistons come off of this train rack? Or the welders, sorry. How do the welders get off of this mess? So there that is, and then here they come. That's keyed too early still. Let's get rid of some of these. Oh, get rid of that too. That's true. That's true. That would do. I kind of like that. It would need a little bit of careful cycling to make sure that it cycles properly, but certainly doable. Yeah, so like if this starts with blocks like this, true. That sounds like a really good idea that's not overly complicated, so I love it. All right, connect it to there, and then there, and then there, and then there, and then this belt needs to drop in from above so that it doesn't stick to the thing. Right, exactly. The welders knock the dummy blocks out of the way, and then the dummy blocks push the welders back out of the way. So belt here. Where does this mess need to go now? I guess it comes just around behind here. Like that. But only the two dummy blocks need to do that. The next two need to not. See, that's tricky if you're stupid. Which, you know, point number A, me. But what we can do is do that there. One of these. And then have a little staging area thing. Okay, so it's easy to do 1, 2, 1, 2. So what I want to do here is to turn this into a 1, 2. Okay, interesting. What I was thinking I would do is make basically these two little paths like this, right? And then each one would have its own counter on it. So when they pass the counter like that, the first time we pass it, it doesn't activate, and the second time we pass it, it does activate. Which means that the first time we pass it is going to be the dummy blocks returning to the station, and the second time we pass it is going to be the welders carrying on their stupid fucking journey. And then rinse and repeat until the rest of the time. So there's the thought. I think this kind of works. It's also a colossal train wreck, but in a way that I really enjoy, so I can't complain. So then there go the blocks there. And then here come the welders. And we see they get pushed off the edge. So that's all working. And now my next sneaky scheme is the welders are currently facing back ways. I could sneak them in like here or something to weld this connection. I don't know how I'm going to get this connection though. So if they're currently facing what? That way. I want them to face not that way. I want them to face a different way. Oh, down one more actually, so I can use the rotators. Which way do you make it go? Would it make more sense to weld those crosses on the equator as opposed to the bottom one? I'm not sure I understand the question. Probably yes. Probably the answer to the question is yes, it would make more sense to do it that way. But I'm not sure I understand what you're asking. Move this crap forwards one. Move that forwards one. Yeah, so I do see. I see your point. As long as we get some welds made to this bottom thing, and then some to the ring, they're all good. There's got to be. We have to have one where I do both. Weld it to the ring and to the bottom, right? I was kind of thinking this one is going to be the one I do both on, because I could get the welders up in here with the lifter, then drop them down, send them to the side to make this connection. But saying that, I could just as easily get the welders up in this corner with the lifter where we've already made the connection, and then just do them in here, and then you figure some shit out for this one. So, yeah, the options are there. But that's kind of what I was thinking, was I might be able to get this with a lifter, and then over here make this weld. Loose concept. See, so that goes there. We catch it, rotate it, connect you like that. Okay, now what? If I'm going to do my idea, they both need to come into here. So we'll try this. Full raise words, rotate that round. Up and over the roots, how high does that go? Up to here, that is belt here. Yep. So, doot. Upside down guy. Oh, when you have two of them in a row, like when I'm transporting both the welders at once, that's an excellent question. When I'm transporting both welders at once, we'll do one like that and then one like that, and then make this a rotator, and then do like this, right? That one rotates. Now, so see, it works perfectly, which is really the main problem. Is it works too well. I don't like it. Why does that work? That didn't work when I've tried it before. This breaks sometimes. What was the issue? I don't know. Maybe it's a priority of direction thing, because I've definitely seen it where one of them ends up not rotating. I don't really know why. Is it when I do it straight? Does it break if I do it straight across? Is this the problem? Yeah, okay. So if you do it straight across like this, it doesn't work. Is it a priority issue, or is it just always turning does work? I think turning just does work. So apparently at some point I tried to do it on a straightaway. It didn't work, and I thought that meant it always didn't work, rather than just not working on corners. I hope this answers your question. Does this go high enough if the lifter's there, or does it need to go higher than that? There go the dummy blocks. There's the welders. Rotate them. I forgot to, forgot part on this one. How high do you go? Okay, that does go high enough. Excellent. So, support you. And then over here, we have our piston. We want to put this lifter on it. And then, let's see. So that's going to be doing that. Then, over here, if I do this, that's not going to have them end up, like, next to each other, though, is it, right? Let's find out. That's an excellent question. Are they both going the same way? It does that. Oh, I love this. This is the best thing. Look at it go. That's awesome. Thank you for your suggestion. Right? We've solved it. Perpetual motion right here. Can I mean, I'm not gonna be able to turn it, am I? Like, what if you hit a rotator? Oh, that breaks it. Oh, but there it goes backwards. Okay, that was incredible. I love that. What on God's name am I doing here? Okay. I was thinking that I could then extend this with good timing. Does this need to be supported? No. And if I extend this with good timing, right? Then, so this pops out. So you become a blocker. And then, let's see, this mess over here. Go ahead and put this dude back at the start for next time. Okay, good. So I'm thinking that we activate another little delay or loop thing. Let's say here. And then that'll activate. Let's do it down below, down here. So that sensor is going to activate this piston. And then this is going to do a little loop. And so the first thing that needs to happen is there's a whole bunch... No, we don't want to lift yet. Or we do want to lift yet. We don't want to move the lifter out of the way. So that's on the blocker. But once they make the weld... Whoop, don't kill me. So, there's a bunch. Then we activate the blocker to retract that and this piston. And this is definitely not overly complicated. This is, you know, the most efficient possible way to build this setup, I think, is what we're looking at right here. And then what happens to it when we do this? Also, this is convenient that these are just missing. I did not leave long enough time for it to make the weld. We can solve that. I could solve it in a good way, or I could do this. And get rid of you. There. This will work perfectly. Imagine how long it's going to wait for this thing to make 10 of these things. It takes this long to make one. It's going to be awful. Alright, there they go. And weld made. I've lifted the whole piece, but I dropped it back down, so it's fine. I didn't have the belt extended for quite long enough. We can fix that. Let's say 2 more. Now, I believe that this is not going to sort of work innately, but we can force it. Yeah, that's what would happen, honestly. That's completely accurate. How do I support this block? There's like no side I can support this from. Huh. Because what I was going to do is have blockers here to catch the welders and then drop them. I guess I could support it like that? I was thinking about that, but then the lifter would lift the blocks that come under it down here. So like when the dummy block comes through, it would get to here and push this one up by 1, and then we get stuck. I think that works though, to just swing it around the back like that. So I'm going to work on the assumption that that's long enough, and we'll bring it back home like this. And let's see, these 2, bring them down, and we'll put sensors along here. I think it needs a couple to stay open long enough for the welders to fall through. So that will drop the welders through this hole here, and then they'll land safely right here in this very convenient location that's not in the middle of fucking nowhere. Yeah, I think this gets it though. It also has a really long delay for absolutely no reason. But other than that, it's great. I hear these go, make that weld, drop them back down, make that weld, drop the welders out, So we are still cooking. We are still cooking on this. What still needs to be welded? I believe it's just this guy in the front. We've got the ring assembled. So the ring's connected. We just need to weld this guy in the front. And honestly, I don't need to weld this one yet. Because when I do the welder drop to put the front arm on, it'll sideswipe this anyway. So as long as we only move it straight forward, I don't actually need to connect this from here. Which is you know, I'm sure that's, you know, that's fine. If I put a belt here, does that move the piece? That will move that piece. Yeah, okay. So this needs to be a block. That needs to be a belt. And then I need a double piston thingy on the back wall that's going to push this forwards. So right here I can aim for. So there and there. That'll push it forward 1 to the point that it, that's not enough. I think it needs to be a triple. So, how in the hell do I build a triple? Right here, have a wire drop in. You connect around like this. That's in the way now, right? That's gonna block something. No, that doesn't block anything. Okay, we might be in business. Okay, how do I connect this to this? Let's see. Here, there. Okay, is that safe? Does that run into anything? I mean, I can't connect that. Yeah, I can. That's fine. That's fine. Hang on, am I cooking or am I not cooking? Oh, I mean, I guess this won't work because these blockers are all still extended. Ah. Why are you not welded? I thought I welded you. Why did this come loose? Didn't I thought I did a whole thing to weld that corner. Oh, is this in the way? This might have blocked it. Okay, we need to do on the other side. I think that's in the way is the problem. But do that, get rid of those two, get rid of that one. Get rid of this stuff. Get rid of this stuff. Let's see. And then here, here, here. That'll extend the piston. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. See where that lands. Okay. Then, how do I connect you to this signal? I guess it can come up through here. Okay. And then also, this needs to deactivate all the blockers. So we can do that. And let's see. Snake you through here. Alright, what does this do? This is terrible. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. Help! Get me out! Door stuck? So true. Oh! Oh! It moved! It's floating as well. Why are you doing that? Oh, the lifters! It's because I used lifters everywhere. That is solvable though, actually. I could put... If I put a block at exactly the right height over here, that'll hold it down. And you know, get in the way a lot, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. I got it right there. Oh, and then up and over there. How does this look? Yeah, so that'll hold down the shape. Maybe. Oh no, it doesn't, because now it's in the way. What a tangled mess I've made here. It's almost like this is a bad idea. So the reason the shape started floating is because it hit these lifters here. Can I just make it not do that? I wish the pistons would take priority over the lifters, but I guess they don't do that. Alright. Keep going. I'll wait till I see them there. Okay. There's that weld. That picks up the whole thing. Puts it back down. Those guys go over. Weld that. This is now one complete structure. Alright, pushes forward one on the piston. And then it starts floating. I think I could catch it on the sides here, actually. Like... Oh, but that's in the way of a drop. Can you catch it for me? Probably not, because you're in the way of a drop too, aren't you? But if I put a piston here, and then bring this wire all the way around the back, so that piston will extend with the blocker D-stins. And if I put like a wall on it, conceivably it could hold this in place. Let's see. So you would need to go here. So you need a wall there. But you can't do that because now you stick to this. Ah. It's almost like this isn't how you're meant to play this game. What about if I do that? I guess I could. Nothing stops me from moving the belt with it. That is true. That is very true. Yeah, we could just move the whole belt. Who gives a shit? That's funny that would work. So if I extended this out, that holds it in place for a second, but then it still floats. It did hold it in place though. Why did it not continue moving forward when it was held? Did my triple piston extender not work? Because I think that's highly likely that this shit didn't work. Yeah, probably. I'm waiting for the welders to get in position. I'm going to run it by like 1 frame at a time, you know? There they go. Alright, so that's made that weld. Alright. That has activated this and deactivated the blockers. And should be trying to activate my stupid piston thing. There it goes. That destends that one. Extends that one. It's too slow. My mad genius was too much for even me. And this is too slow. It didn't have time to fully triple extend. We can fix that with just just more sensors. That'll do it. Oh, sorry, I hit the microphone because I was so excited. My apologies. That should fix it. That'll be fine. Microphone blast. Yeah, my bad. I forgot where it was. Because I'm so excited about what a disaster this is. Alright, here we go. And extend the holder. Okay, so it did work, kind of, but like you said, it needs to go further. The problem I'm seeing with going further is that we can't actually connect it to this upside down guy, because this upside down guy would block it. Ooh. What if these were upside down belts and they just bring it forward and the stupid piston shit doesn't do anything? What do you think about that? Also, this means I don't even need that like at all. It just needs to extend this. Like, we just grab it by the arm and pull it forward. Yeah, see, there we go. That worked great. That was way easier than the other shit I was doing. Okay, cool. So, we now have our piece. Looks like it needs to go 2 more blocks forward to be in the middle of this mess. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Here, that should be the center. I'm not going to take down the triple piston extender. It just doesn't do anything anymore. It's just kind of there. That's good stuff right there. I think so. I think it's a good feature to just have a bunch of shit that doesn't do anything. All right. So as you can see, we land this on the plus sign. So now what I want to do is get these pieces that are falling from the sky and drop them in place on top of this mess. I think we clear it. I mean, this wire's in the way. But I don't know why it's in the way, because I could just do this. And now it's not in the way anymore, so, you know, problem solved there. Right. Let us now figure out how on earth I'm doing this junk. So this one's got to come out of there friggin' somehow. Where do I have room to sort of cart these through? They can go in over the plus sign line here, I think. I think there's room for them there. Is that clear? Oh, that's the plan. Is I'm gonna hurl all of these into space. I've got a really bad idea. So, belt to here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we set up our pistons. There we go. All right, once the cube, or once the orb is in position. How do we know the orb is in position? I guess by where the welders are, right? We can use these as sort of a timer. One more this way, and then bring them out through here. And then we'll need a big staircase. Once they hit here, though, we can, you know, it'll be ready. So this will push a selection of these things forward. And we can just keep doing that with the extra ones. So it's once we're ready for it, we just take whichever 4 happen to be there. This is a good plan. See? So we would have got that 4. So that's basically perfect, I would say. So you're going to come this way. You're going to go that way. You're also going to go that way, and you can go back this way. Okay, great. Now, we need to rotate these so they come in facing this way. So this one at the back here, this is going to be the one that drops in there. Where do you need to land? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You need to land here. So we can do that. You're pretty close already. Just rotate that. Come this way. Nope, one more. Now, is that in the way of anything? What does this belt do? Why is this here? Oh, this puts the, Is this in the way? I feel like this is in the way. No, we missed it! Nice! That's perfect. That's a perfectly timed, angled drop there. Amazing. Calculated. You're so right. When I built this belt there an hour ago, I knew that I was going to put a bunch of weird shit right here and then have a belt come through. I knew it. It all paid off. There it goes. So here, there's this piece. And boom, that's 1. I guess welder dropping this is going to be a little tricky. But we'll figure it out. We've done worse. So we'll figure it out. What else do we need to do? We need to get the other arms into position. Let's actually do this one like this. So which way around is it if I do this? This is going to take forever to test these. Let's make... So you are going to be the one to rotate twice. If you come in this way... Yep, that's the plan. Whole pole separately. Drop that in the middle of this mess, probably even higher up. And then sort of weld everything together and then put it in the goal. That's exactly what the sneaky scheme is here. You know what? For testing purposes, let me let's just hook that up. So that I don't have to wait to build the whole thing. Alright, great. And then we can put another one here. So this will rotate this fully around. No, it won't, because that's in the way. Cool. There we go. Now we're talking. And so this is going to come this way. And then drop here, except I missed very slightly. So we'll move it over. And there we go. Now one of you two needs to invert. Which one do you end up being? Alright, so this one is the one that goes on the far side here. 2, 3, 4. Now ideally I still have room to drop the plus sign in, like avoiding all these belts. So try to make that happen. I think that'll do it for this one. Oh, but that's the slight problem right here. Also, I missed, so, you know, 2 problems, really. Zoop, bloop. This one can be solved by dropping it down like that. So it goes under the roots. This one nearly is just landing in the right place anyway. Just needs to come forward a little bit. There we go. So that should put all 4 of them where they need to be. Alright, pretty good. Now I did mess up a little bit in that right here, they're not going to fall into space anymore. Luckily, that's easy to fix. We just do this. And then move this whole mess back 1 and put that there. Oh, and then make it face our way. Rotate, please. There we go. I'm going to do a test drive here of the whole thing to see if it actually does work or not. But this should put all 4 arms on top of the orb positioned correctly. That's the dream. Oh, except there's a random cube. Get rid of that. Alright, that was a close one. We almost had to deal with the cube. Okay, the reason that I like this setup, where I just hurl them into space constantly rather than the usual setup I do with the blockers, is I don't have to reset this. Everything over there that's using the flip-flops, I have to go and reset it at the end for the cycles to work. This one does not need to be reset. It just keeps doing this forever, and I just grab 4 when I need them. So that's really convenient, at the expense of being really stupid. Right, also it's very funny. Alright, so we have assembled most of the orb, which is pretty good. I definitely need to do a welder drop down the front here, because this guy's not attached yet. And then I need to get the pole in right here, which I have left room for, somehow. So we drop the pole in here. And then we're cooking, really. It's just 4 welder drops. So, that's not too bad. It is getting late, though. I think that's going to be it for today. We'll finish this next week. And I'm going to think really hard about if there's a way to get this with only 2 welders. But I think it's going to be the first and only 3 welder level. Because I don't see how to do this without a top down, right? So that's your homework assignment, is also think about that. See if there's something I'm missing where I could use a top down, or I could use the 2 I have for it. Why are these 2? Why were they there? Oh, because I put a floater there. But yeah, so the next plan is basically bring the welders off to the side somewhere, assemble this rod, drop it in, and then probably assembling the rod is going to use 1 extra welder, which sucks, but you know, that's what you got to do sometimes, or specifically this one time. And then we'll get that, drop the pole in, 4 welder drops, job done. That is it. That is it, though. It's getting really late. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Good seeing you again as well. I was, yeah. Right? Like, I don't know if you saw it. Let me show you what the previous level was really quickly. It was, there's like this map thing, and so these like enemy ships appear, and you have to like, this is the one and only level of the game you get to use these toggles on. So you have to like build your system so that you can shoot missiles in different directions, which is controlled by all this mess over here, where there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And even this didn't take extra welders. Like the biggest problem I have is that my build, my ability to make things is extremely slow, right? But it just so worked out that the only thing you make in this are these torpedoes that are just straight lines, so it only needs 2 welders. So even the like timed go fast level didn't stop us. But just the very last level has a plus sign to stick weld that you just can't do. Flip this down. See, so I flipped this into the down position, which did a bunch of shit. So now it's going to be shooting missiles out this way. This level took, even after building the thing, I took a couple tries to actually beat this level because I'm not good at driving the missiles, you know. That's a little bit of spoilers for the end of the game there, but let me load this back up. I think we've nearly got it though. And honestly, I mean, looking at this, I've definitely made things that are worse than this. Like, it's not good, but I've definitely done worse than this, so can't complain too much. Oh, hang on. Let me try something. There was a tip that. Oh, let's do the one that like lags my game. This is a good test run. If I hit F10, it would make a GIF. Does that work? Ooh, look at this. Right. Record. Oh, but it records from this spot where I'm standing in. So you can't see it do fucking anything. Yep. Yeah, apparently one of the loading menus told me this. F10 is to record the solution. Okay, it's really lagging. Like I'm gonna not record this one. Maybe I can record a less impressive one. Okay. Where did it go though? I want to see if I can find that GIF. Thanks for coming. Have a good one. Let me